Linda Kennedy, HR Director of SIG Plc, led the Ashley Kate HR Directors Boardroom debate in conjunction with Eversheds. Hear her thoughts on HR analytics and the impacts they have on businesses today.
Can you explain how HR analytics are impacting on businesses today?
Yeah, I think HR analytics are having a huge impact. I think, first of all, they're really useful in terms of helping HR build a business case. When thinking about looking to get financial support, using metrics, using ratios, using data is really helpful. Also, I think from a management of the business perspective, we're really seeing data analytics being used much more frequently at management meetings to provide information on which to make decisions. And I think it's also really helpful in terms of helping HR talk the business language, talking about quantifiable results, demonstrating ROI, for example, and thinking about how data can really demonstrate that HR are adding value.
What tips would you give your peers on HR analytic initiatives?
So I think the first thing is make sure the data is accurate. That's the starting point. Cleanse the data, make sure you can provide accurate information. And then from there, ask the business what sort of data they would find useful and what they want and need. Once you have those key things that are required by the business, it's also a question of bringing in some judgment. What things do you believe will add value? What perhaps are best in class or others doing around metrics that could be useful? And then it's all about taking the metrics, measuring the data, and then turning it into insight. So what does that mean for the business? It's not just about having the numbers, it's about looking at the trends, analysing the data, and providing real value-added insight. Once you move beyond insight, of course, then you can get into correlation, causation, and prediction. And that's all about helping the business see what the future trends are forecasting and looking at how you can either prevent those from happening or build on those if they're favourable. So I think it's really important to have good data, to use it well, and most importantly, provide insight.
And why is data key to the success of HR?
I think data is key to the success of HR because it's all about demonstrating value. HR sometimes has been seen as perhaps not a numerate function or not a very well practiced function in terms of using data and information. And I think to really have a seat at the top table, you've got to have the information, the data and the analytics to support what you're trying to do. You've got to demonstrate what you're doing is adding value, and you really need to be able to understand what sort of metrics are important for your business. And more, the role of an HR analytics person is becoming key. There are even large teams of people looking at the data, analysing the data, and coming back with what that means for the business. And the real reason that's important is that good data and good insight will help the business make the right decisions.